Hi there, my name's Jess and I'm a final year student on the BSc Business programme. I'm here to tell you about my student experience and what you can expect from student life at the University of Exeter on the Penryn campus. So just to give you a little bit of background about myself, I'm originally from Guildford in Surrey. In my first year at university I helped co-found the Women in Business Society. I did this with some of my course mates and we wanted to create a society where we could help empower and build confidence in other young women. And we do this through networking events, employability workshops and confidence building activities, and this has become something I'm really passionate about. I am also a student ambassador, and this is a great way to earn a little bit of money alongside your studies, but also help promote the university and all the amazing work that it does, so I've really loved this job. And for my A-levels, I studied maths, geography, graphic design and media studies, so a bit of an interesting mix. So you might be wondering how I decided to choose business at Exeter. Well, as I'm sure you're aware, the University of Exeter is a prestigious Russell Group university, and the fact that I could get this high-class education whilst also living next to the beach was really just a win-win situation for me. But not only this, I knew that I wanted to study business, but I wanted to have a bit more of a unique business programme. So when I found out about the BSc Business programme having a focus on sustainability and ethics, this was something that really personally interested me, and I really liked the whole aspect of future-focused business. And so on top of this, the fact that the programme had embedded employability modules was really just another plus, as it meant that I didn't need to stress about getting work experience outside of my course. It was built into my learning. If you don't know, the Penryn campus is paired with Falmouth University, which is an arts uni, so I was really intrigued by the interesting mix of students, and it's really proved to be a really diverse campus, which I really like, and I actually live with all Falmouth students at the moment, so I really enjoy that aspect. You might be wondering what a regular week looks like. So we typically have about 10 to 15 contact hours, so this can be lectures, seminars, workshops, tutorials. In the morning you might have a 2-hour lecture, and then in the afternoon followed up by an hour seminar tutorial with a smaller group. And this is where you can ask questions, discuss the content, work on an activity that you learned earlier on in the day. You also have time to schedule in one-to-one appointments with your lecturers if you are really struggling with anything, or you can also book one-to-one appointments with the careers consultants. And I felt that throughout my time there's just been a whole host of support available to me, so if I'm ever struggling I know where I can get help. You also have free time to do all of your independent study, so whether that's getting any of your essays done, doing your reading, preparing for exams or presentations, and on top of this you'll usually have group assignments to get done as well. But you also have time for sports and societies, of course. So as I said, running the Women in Business Society, quite often having to organise events or scheduling meetings and get everything done for that. Wednesday afternoons we usually have kept clear of any teaching so that you can attend any sports clubs, so I go sea swimming on a Wednesday afternoon. And then of course there is also time for socialising, so whether that's going to a pub quiz one evening or having a beach barbecue, there's plenty of things to be doing. Also, if you feel the need to, there is also time for a part-time job. So in terms of my work placements, in my first year I decided to do this at home. So what's great with the module work placements is that they are really flexible. I did a week at Christmas and a week at Easter with a children's charity. So for the first week I was events manager, and the second week I was admin assistant in the office. And this gave me a real insight into working in the third sector that I'd never considered before. I kind of forgot that non-profit organisations need to operate just as profit organisations do as well. So following from this experience, I then decided to work in the third sector again in my second year, and this was instead a remote working role, so it fit in around my studies, I could do it from home. And this was with a social enterprise called Quiet Connections. I was their social media manager on their #ReframeQuiet campaign, which was all around supporting people that struggle with social anxiety and reducing the negative stigma around being quiet. And again, this is something that really personally aligned with me. So then I wanted to go out and get more work experience in this sector. So last summer I spent interning at Cornwall School for Social Entrepreneurs, where I was admin and events assistant. And again, this was just a really great experience. And a lot of the time I got to shadow the CEO, so I really got a good insight of how to run a business, which I feel like I probably wouldn't have gone for this experience had I not had my prior experience. So that's really just a great benefit to having those work placement modules. And in my final year, I undertook a consultancy project with TEVI, who are a project run by the University of Exeter, and they help create economic growth alongside environmental growth through working with small and medium-sized enterprises in Cornwall. So I was doing a research project with them, helping put together a paper around how businesses can address environmental challenges. And this has really made me consider potentially a career in research. So all of these experiences have been really beneficial to not only my employability, but also figuring out what I want to do. And in terms of social life, I can definitely say that I have made some lifelong friends here at university, whether that's through people I've met on my course, people I've lived with, or through sports and societies. There really is something for everyone. So we have over 220 sports and societies, and this is a great way to meet people and make friends, as I said. So, of course, I'm part of Women of Business. I also do horse riding and sea swimming, and I am part of Foul Surf as well, which is unsurprisingly the biggest society on our campus, being down here in Cornwall. And I'm also part of the Raise and Donate Society, which is the charity society, so we put on loads of fun fundraising events and things. So there really is something for everyone, and if there's not, you can make a society just like I did. I really love everything about the Cornish lifestyle, so being able to go down to the beach and going on coastal walks and things is really been an asset to my university experience. Also, living in Falmouth at the moment, although I did live in halls for my first year, which I definitely recommend, and important to note that first year you are guaranteed on-campus accommodation, but quite often you'll move down into Falmouth town, which is actually, it's just a 10-minute bus ride from campus, and in town there's tons of cool pubs and bars and restaurants and cafes. I still haven't got round to visiting them all after 3 years of being here, just to show how much there is. But yeah, there's always live music going on, different festivals, tons of places to explore, so I've really enjoyed my time here, and it's been such a friendly atmosphere I found. You're always bumping into people you know. I've never felt out of place here. And of course, it is a smaller town, but there is nightlife if you enjoy that kind of thing. So what's next for me? Well, currently finishing my dissertation and of course my final year, but then soon to graduate, and I am actually decided to stay down here in Cornwall. I love it that much, and so I'm looking for graduate jobs in the area, but with the support from the business school and all the employability that I've gained, I'm not too concerned about that. I know that I'll be able to find something, but I'm also potentially considering a master's, as I'd love to learn more about sustainable development. So that's it from me. I hope that you have learnt more about student life here in Cornwall and potentially consider if University of Exeter is the right place for you or not. Thank you. Bye.